A new bill before Congress would require young women for the first time to register for the draft.
If that bill passes, go get pregnant.
What is it?
How I love being a woman.
No, I do not want to do that.
I mean, if you put a gun in my hand, I personally would probably myself.
Oh, I think they're actually so desperate because I ran a 13-minute mile and they still drafted me. Well, if you're gonna yell at me, of course I'm gonna cry. What the hell is 21 o'clock?
All right, y'all, so this is Women Before the Draft.
This isn't an apron.
This is a message.
A symbol of patriarchal oppression and a shackle of cis heteronormativity.
This is women when they found out they're being included in the draft.
Traditional gender roles exist for a reason. I'm your wife and I belong in the kitchen.
Sounds about right. So recently I've been seeing footage resurface about women being included in the draft. So I looked it up on YouTube to see if this thing was legit. Like if women are legit being included in the draft now.
A new bill before Congress would require young women for the first time to register for the draft, just like young men. ABC's Mary Alice Parks is on Capitol Hill this morning with the latest on this legislation. Good morning, Mary Alice.
Good morning, Eva. Yeah, this is interesting and would be a first. Now, it's been nearly 50 years since the government has actually inducted someone into the military through the draft, but still, young men have to register after they turn 18. And now Congress is again talking about whether women should have to too.
All right, so it was in the talks that women should be included in the draft, but I do not think it's an official thing as yet. So as of now, you don't have to worry, girls. So I did some more digging to find some more information, and I came across this video on TikTok.
Had it not been for Republicans, this year, 2023, Democrats would have passed a law that required women to also be registered in the military draft. Yes, it was the Democrats that included the language in the fiscal year 2023 NDAA to extend the military draft to women. NDAA stands for National Defense Authorization Act, and the Democrats wanted to include, so then this version, 2023, would include women in the draft.
So the Democrat is all about equality, and I guess the conservatives are like, fuck no. Women are not qualified to be in the military. That's why we got the men who are more physically capable. And I don't believe in being like left or right. I just believe in what's right, what's correct. And in this case, the more conservative view is correct because we're clearly not equal. Men are more physically capable for the military.
Is that what we've become? Is such a cold country, such a callous country, that we just blindly say that in the false name of equality or equity or whatever the word of choice is of the day, that we must draft our daughters? Let me be clear. Over my dead body will you draft my daughter?
And I think this is complete bullshit. The Democrats really pulled this out of their asses, bro. They want to enact this whole equality thing knowing that men and women aren't equal. Why do we go to war in the first place? Over some bullshit or some dispute or some control over territory, right? But we also want to protect the women and the children. So when the women join us in war, who the fuck are we gonna protect? Who's gonna lead on the next generation, man? When all the women are killed from battle. And this right here is another video that blew up that really got this whole draft thing moving on.
Let me get this right. You want to pass a law to draft my daughter to send to another one of your foreign fucking wars for something you created so your arms manufacturers can make more money for your banker friends. Did I get that fucking solid right or not? Now, wrong, elephant breath. My daughter will not be joining the military any way, shape, or form in life.
It's elephant breath.
Hey, the reason you can't meet the recruitment goals is because these young men have already voted with their fucking feet. They're not going to fucking fight. And the fact that you think you're going to get the women to fight, let me put it to you this way.
Man, Grimes turned his phone on and decided to speak his mind that day. The military has seen its lowest recruitment numbers. A lot of Gen Zs, they don't trust the government, much less the military. But I guarantee that if they increase the pay and the benefits that veterans get, shit, more people would sign up for sure. So, with this whole women should join the draft talk, of course, we got the reactions from women on social media. Let's check some of them out.
Oh. Like, right? If that bill passes, go get pregnant. Go get fucking pregnant. They can't make you have an abortion and they can't draft a pregnant woman. Go get fucking pregnant. And if you're sitting there right now and you're saying, well, I'm not ready to be a mom, are you ready to be a soldier?
See, See, suddenly all the feminism left their bodies and now they want to have babies and shit. So if this bill actually passes, we're going to see an what the fuck am I saying? I need to go back to school, bro. Can you believe I got a bachelor's degree? So we will see an exponential growth in pregnant women and the reduction of abortions. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of babies, man, if this shit passes, for sure.
We picked one hell of a generation to start World War III. Because this generation can't even fight anxiety from being called the wrong pronoun.
Bro, this is the realest shit you probably will see in this video, man. There's people that legit will probably nuke the world, bro, if you call them the wrong pronoun. Like, you can see a girl that clearly looks like a girl and you said her or she or ma'am or miss, and then we'll turn into a school shooter.
Hey, police, I just got spin on.
If us single women get drafted into the military, we will be kicked out immediately because we all already have PTSD from the dating pool in 2023.
We're talking about some real shit over here. We're talking about war, life or death. And you over here talking about the dating pool. The dating pool is shitty for both genders, man.
Whoever says that women are not funny are fucking liars, because this comment section has set me into a fucking different orbit.
Before we continue, let's prepare ourselves, man. Let's see if this shit is actually funny.
It's about women having to join the draft. Bro, I use my period to get out of PE. I'm not fighting in a war. My mom said I can't go if there will be boys. My therapist said I should stand my ground and say no to anything that makes me uncomfy. My mom has to meet everyone's parents before I go. I'm a talker. If I get captured, I'm spilling all the tea and drawing maps for them. Leave me alone. I have low irons.
You know what? On my 26 years of living on this planet, I've come to the realization that a lot of girls are funny to other girls. Girls really aren't that funny. But you will laugh your ass off, though, when you're trying to get in the cheeks. You try and get in the panties, you will. All of a sudden, they're a comedian. They're the best person, the funniest person you ever heard. But in general, bro, girls really aren't that funny. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm realizing that. I'll be. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, if I was in the military too, I probably would be doing some bullshit like this. I'll probably be racing the tanks too. Wee! And be like, wee! Wee!
If you think men and women are equal, then you think women should be drafted, right? No, I don't think women should be drafted, and I don't think men should be drafted either. Who's gonna fight the war then? Nobody. I don't think we should have wars. And before you're like, oh, that is so stupid, like, I really truly believe it is never deep enough to have a war. I think war is immature. I think we should start talking to each other like adults. And I feel like if you are a world leader who is upset about, for example, like the border of your country, and you can't come to a civil agreement, you shouldn't be in charge of a country. If somebody needs to get shot over that, you are not good at your job. I think if we all just grow up and decide, hey, we should stop having wars, things will go a lot better. Nobody wants to get shot, and yet we're still shooting. Let's not do that. Oh, I want oil from the Middle East. Ask nicely. And if they say no, just accept their no instead of being a huge baby about it. Oh my god, I think this entire group of people should be wiped off the face of the earth. Eat a snack. Take a beach vacation. Go to therapy and learn how to mind your own business. They do not need to die. That's never gone well. Stop. Grow up.
The world is not all sunshine and rainbows. There are legit greedy ass, evil ass people out there in the world, and they will stop at nothing until everything is destroyed and everything is conquered. Me personally, I don't believe in war either, because I could get into like conspiracies and shit like that, but I believe that there is like a major power that controls everything, like a one world order, a power that controls everything, and they plan these wars to drive the population into a certain direction. We got one person pulling strings, so they fight monkeys, fight. And the more we fight, the more we conquer and divide each other, and the easier we are to control. And at the end of the day, man, we're still at a stage where we are very greedy, very self-centered. It's gonna take years and years and years for us to actually live in harmony.
Ladies 18 to 26, hope you're ready to get drafted. It is not just the boys.
Honey, have you talked to an 18 to 26-year-old recently? We're all mentally ill. I mean, if you put a gun in my hand, I personally would probably myself.
being called mentally ill was like a serious thing. Like you're legit fucked up in the mind. But now being mentally ill is like you having a bad day at school or you getting called the wrong pronoun.
It's sir! Sorry, man. It's sir! Man. It's disrespectful! It's disrespectful!
we fucked, bro.
So you don't believe in equality? Good to know. I'll believe in equality when the average woman can beat the average man at anything. When men can get periods and when men can get pregnant. Until those three happen, we're not equal. Men and women are not equal. Bye.
She might be the smartest woman in this video. Like, we're not equal, man. We're legit built different. We have different anatomies. And this is the reason why I don't believe that women should be in the military, especially in the front lines, man. They can assist with other things, with other roles that they will be, good in. But in terms of like battle and combat and being out there in the front lines and fighting for the country, I don't believe they should be out there. Because there are men that are way more capable. But look at this video right here, guys. A majority of the females that apply to the military, they can't even pass the pull-up test.
Marines are pushing back the day when it becomes mandatory.
If you have a failure rate of 55% and 99% of the men are succeeding, obviously this is not going to work.
Men have to do 3 pull-ups minimum to pass the Marines fitness test. It takes 20 to earn a perfect score. Women had to meet the same minimum, but only need 8 pull-ups to score perfect. Because so few passed, the Marines will let them choose to hang on the bar for 15 seconds and pass without doing any pull-up.
And that is very fucked up. I think if you're gonna fight in the front lines, man, you need to be able to pass the same test. The test should not be sexist. It should be a standardized test that if you can pass it, if you're physically adept, you should be out there. You should qualify. It shouldn't be divided on sexism or sexes, because that is sexism. The same thing y'all women complain about all the time. Sexist. That's sexism. And they also did an experiment. And I don't know why they did this experiment because it's common sense, but they did it anyways. So they had a team of men versus a team of men and women to see who performed better in a simulated environment off the front lines.
And throughout, researchers watched and recorded their performance to help determine what impact women would have on combat. Even then, the women realized they were at a disadvantage.
It's not that we can't carry the weight, we can carry the weight, but it's the pace, especially when we're matched up with the males. You're looking at our size and we have males that are almost 6 foot with longer strides, and it's hard to catch up with them and keep up with them.
That is what the results show. In almost every area, the all-male units performed significantly better than those with both men and women Marines.
We shouldn't have to waste money on experiments like this because it should be common sense. It's common sense. And I'm not saying women are weak or they're incapable. I'm just saying men can do these things better overall. And that is not sexist to say, man. That's just some real shit. They're trying too hard to make women just like men. It's just not working. It's not working, man. We're different. And it's okay to be different because it works. It's yin and yang. It works. And if you enjoyed this video, man, leave a like, comment. I will be reading all the comments. And I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace out.